Welcome back to the Armchair Pundits podcast. This is the midweek. What is it? What do they call it? The midweek reaction show. Yeah, we go midweek post game reaction show where we've had to wait for Arsenal to bore us to death with their game, but they got the 3 points anyway. But
Not wrong.
I hope you guys had a good Christmas. Mine was cool, very busy. You too? You free? Sorry.
Yeah,
It
man.
was
Christmas,
calm. It was
Christmas was
nice
good,
and
man.
calm, chilled. Good food.
Yeah,
Good food.
People.
definitely, bro.
Good.
Still eating
Yeah,
now,
man.
Stuart.
And I hope all you guys watching had a good Christmas and seasonal festival season period, however you say it these days. But yeah, we'll move on to the predictions from last week because we're still to get a correct score. So Lamont was very ambitious, thinking they would win 3-2 against who did you play again?
Wolves, mate.
Bournemouth.
Wolves.
Wolves. Yeah, Wolves.
No.
Yeah, Wolves.
Wolves, mate.
Bevan, 3-0 Arsenal.
I should have gone conservative with my first thought, really.
Yeah, for real. Leon said that they would lose 2-1 to Forest. Daryl thought it would be a draw 2-2. And I said 4-0 Liverpool gets Leicester.
After taking
So-
half an hour to make the decision, yeah.
After being pushed when I was probably going to say 3-1, I would have been right. I would have been right. But I've got my score ready now, obviously, because it should have been ready before we started. So there'll be no deliberation. But we move because the game weeks that's just finished, the games we'll talk about today, we'll start with Liverpool beating Leicester 3-1. Arsenal beating Ipswich 1-0. Wolves beating Man United 2-0. Were a fantastic performance from Cunha. Best player on the pitch. Absolutely fantastic.
He's not wrong. Though.
Forest beating Spurs 1-0, but still looking a lot better than Man United did. And Man City drawing 1-1 against Everton, and again still looking better than Man United. So
Hey, hold on. Yeah. We're in the mud at the minute, bruv, so anything's going to look better than us at
it's
the
true,
moment.
it's true.
We're in the
I think-
mud.
I think it's gone beyond mud, boy. It's
Yeah,
words
mate.
that we can't use on our
Yeah,
nice
probably. For real. They. Do you know what's funny? Because I anticipated it not be, even though I said 3-2, I anticipated the game not to go that well, and it didn't ruin my Christmas, bruv. You know, like it could have easily done that if I had my hopes high, but I said 3-2, and I was anticipating a close game, although we lost 2-0. Yeah. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a bit.
Okay, so guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't forget to share as well. And thank you for your participation in your chats, in your comments, and hopefully we have another good show today. So, without any further ado, Liverpool beat Leicester 3-1 with a little scare after we came out of the traps really quickly. First 6 minutes, we were battering Leicester. Absolutely battering them. Which is what I expected to happen. And then they get one chance and we're sloppy 3 times. Gravenberch doesn't cover quick enough. Gomez doesn't close or stop the cross. Van Dijk is a bit sluggish. And it always seems at the moment to be revolving around Robertson when we concede goals. And Robertson doesn't concentrate on the ball. He concentrates on a man. And come on, he's not going to beat AU for strength. And he comes out second on that. And then AU gets a bit lucky because looking at it, I think if it doesn't clip Van Dijk's heel, Alisson probably saves it, gets a hand to it. But that little clip takes it into the corner. And you're sitting there thinking, come on, man. What I wanted from that game, and they were going to win, but I wanted a clean sheet because we've been very leaky, very sloppy defensively. I wanted a clean sheet just to rebalance ourselves. But then the players, I think they got a bit nervous because I've never seen us cross so much. The crossing that Trent it was annoying me. He got decent stats in the end in terms of how he played, but he was just crossing from everywhere, and I was like, just relax, man. Like, get to a decent area and then find a good pass. Right, you don't have to spam crosses in. And Slot tactically has done a fantastic job this season because if I saw it, he saw it. And second half, there were no crosses. That's how it felt anyway. We started playing a bit more football. Actually, let me go back. Actually, because the equalizer from Gakpo, fantastic goal. He's the only person this season to score outside the box. And he's got 2 of them, and he was playing really
Both
well.
decent goals as well, Jay.
Yeah, bruv.
Both decent goals.
I think I said it last year when Klopp was playing him number 8. I'm like, why? Why are you playing Gakpo number 8? Then he played him number 9. I was like, okay, I get it. I get number 9 because he could possibly do that. And Diaz, at the time, Diaz is the main man for the left side. But I was always maintained if we play Gakpo left wing, we'll get results. My man's now got 8 goals in his last 12 games from left wing. Can't really sniff at that, if I'm being completely honest. So really happy with his performance.
You know when he's talking about the crossing of the ball. Do you think that you did it because at some point it was working? No, he was causing them problems.
I think it was a weakness that they have. They've got a weakness for crosses, but at the same time, you got Vestergaard, man. You got Vestergaard, who's like 6'7" in there. And after a while, when the same guy is heading away, change it up, bro.
Yeah, you need to change your plan.
Yeah.
I think Gakpo's crossing is different because he like crosses it to the far post for someone to come into. But Trent's ones, although they shaped better and they look a bit better, they're probably easier to defend because they're going straight into the centre midfielders. So in that regard, I think it was a plan, but that plan, on the pitch, they should have realised that plan wasn't working and adjusted. And Gakpo comes in, bangs it in, fantastic. And it was at the right time. We got the goal at the right time, just before half time. And then second half, we came out of a different intensity. The passing was really good. The goal we scored was slick. Jones comes in off the bench from after being on the bench midweek, and he's having a good season. And he comes in, does well, gets us a goal, and then from then on, I'm thinking, how many? Like, are we going to get 4? We're going to get 5. But credit to Leicester, they sat there and said, okay, you know what, goal difference. That's what I think anyway. I think they thought, you know what, goal difference. We cannot afford to get destroyed today and lose 5-6-7-1. So they bunkered in and just let us have the ball. I look at the stats.
They had done nothing in the second half.
Nothing, bro. Not a single shot.
Nothing. It's horrible. It was you guys should have peppered them. You know that, yeah? 3-1.
We did pepper them, really?
No. What I'm saying is you could have got double that. At least. I know the XG might not necessarily say that, but when you're watching the game, you could see that you lot hit the post. I think Salah hit the post
3 times.
The second half was literally them playing 11 man behind the ball and not budging, trying to just do a low block on a mad one. And, they knew what Liverpool were intending to do and were just trying their best not to be embarrassed. That's all it was, I think. You know what I mean? So I guess in that sense, they've done a good job. But outside of that, it was ugly football in the second half.
It was a horror show from Leicester, man.
Yeah, man, it's horrible.
Patson Daka, my word, that miss, the air ball. Yeah. I feel like it's harder for him to do that than to actually hit the ball. It was shocking.
And that's one of them ones where you probably score because you mishit it. You strike it cleanly and Van Dijk saves it or blocks it. But if he just miskicks it, not even just miss it, just miskicks it, it probably trickles into the far post.
Saying that, Vardy on the pitch, Vardy gets that chance, he scores that.
Yeah.
Vardy's one of them strikers. He don't play. He loves it.
He always scores against us. I think we were fortunate in that regard because there's 2 chances. There's the Mavadidi one where he plays a through ball straight to Van Dijk, as Bevan said before we start recording. Mavadidi gets onto that. He can pick his spot, and then we're 2-0 down, and then you're worried because they've had 2 attempts and 2-0 up. But thankfully, for our sake, it wasn't that case, and we cruised in the end to a good victory. Like, refereeing, as we say every single week, it's getting so annoying. because Sobozlai comes on shoulder to shoulder with their midfielder and gets a yellow card. And you're thinking, how is shoulder to shoulder ever been a yellow card offence? And it may sound biased because of this actual situation, but I always think referees should have a knowledge of, you know what? If I'm gonna, I might be talking rubbish. So if I'm talking rubbish, you can laugh at me. But if you know someone is gonna get suspended for the next yellow card, like make it a yellow card that's worthy of being suspended for a game.
Nah. I don't
No, but as in,
agree.
I
understand what you're saying.
It's a shoulder to shoulder. That's not a
I
yellow
hear
card
that. I hear
offence.
that.
It's not a yellow card offence.
That point,
that was his first foul. That's his first foul as well.
That point, the point of it just being not a yellow card offence because of the action, I get it. Shoulder to shoulder, not yellow card, as in that instance, yeah. But in terms of its next one's going to be suspension and
do you think it's part of managing a game? See what we were talking about before.
Me personally, I think it's threshold. I think it's more a case of, are you going to be able to manage the game with that level throughout the entire 90 minutes? It's impossible.
I think a good manager. I think a good ref can be like, okay, you know what? Listen, fella. Listen. You're on your fifth yellow card. Don't do anything stupid. Yeah, I'm gonna let you go with that one, but don't be stupid. So just as simple as that.
No. I don't think
the rules are the rules, though.
For sure, if it's a foul, you slide into someone, you trip someone, you pull a shirt. Cool, you're stupid. Don't do that. But you're giving someone a yellow card for shoulder to shoulder tussle.
Yeah, shoulder to shoulder. I was gonna say, I don't think you should say to him, "Oh, you're gonna miss the next game." But I just think that so they can say, you know what, another one, you're going to go into the book. But you don't. Yeah. I don't. That it's a poor yellow card, isn't it? It's just, why would you give the yellow card for that shoulder to shoulder? And there's no tackling in football no more. Might as well be basketball.
Because they put it down as roughing. Roughing, you know.
Roughing.
The guy was on the bench. Yeah, he didn't start the game because he had a yellow card, and then the guy gives him a yellow card for that.
You know what's crazy?
He should start the game.
You know, it's crazy. You can stamp on a man's ankle, and not get a card in.
Exactly.
But you can't go shoulder to shoulder. Yeah, it's gone crazy. It's horrible.
But listen, I take your point. I was talking rubbish, but I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking referees need to go back to being able to manage a game with words, not just cards all the time. But listen, it was a good weekend overall. I was hoping Arsenal wouldn't win, but they did. But 6 points clear. I can't listen. If someone said to me at the beginning of the season, come 29th when you play West Ham, you'll be 6 points clear with a game in hand, I'd have bitten a hand off for it. With a new manager and everything else that's going on, and Man City would be like 11, 14 points behind us.
All right,
I would take in that. Yeah,
James. Quick question, yeah.
Go on.
Because I know you look like you're trying to segue over to Bev. So I'll let
I'm about to move on, bro.
That's fine. Is it yours to throw away now?
6 points.
Oh, okay, Max on.
6 points. It's ours to lose. Yes, but the title's not. If it makes sense, yes, it's ours to lose because we're ahead and we've got potential game in hand. But it's only 6 points. It's 6 points, and if we listen, January, I think we were 6 points ahead of Arsenal. Am I wrong or right? End of January last season, we had 6 points ahead of Arsenal, and we finished 7 points. So if we lose it, then it's sloppy. But it's not
do you look like you're going to lose it though? That's what I'm asking you here now.
No, but
so
it's
yours to lose then.
Yeah, but who knows? Because
you didn't look like this last season when you were 6 points ahead. You didn't look like this. True,
but listen, I'm not going to cry me a river. But every season, Liverpool fall down in injuries. We do. Whenever things go wrong, there's always a key injury that goes behind it. So touch wood, we don't get a key injury. I say it now. We don't get a key injury, we win a league.
Yeah, your fence is reinforced with concrete, blood.
Listen, if we don't, but I can't be any fairer than that. If we don't get a key injury, we win a league. If we get a key injury, like Arsenal, and obviously it depends on how Arsenal recover from Saka. That's a big injury. Arsenal losing Saka, if they don't cover it, then it's easy Liverpool's. Arsenal are the only team that can stop us, and
not Chelsea, and not Nottingham
Chelsea are young. They're gonna make mistakes. Arsenal are the only team now, if they can get over the Saka period, that could go 8-9 games and probably win and only drop points in one game. I think they've still got that in them, but we have to see what comes with Saka. So we'll segue onto the Arsenal game, because the first game without Saka was boring, but they've won the game. And at this time of the year, it's all about wins.
Well, if anybody was suffering from insomnia before that game and they watched it, they may be cured, because that was boring. Oh man, we scored our goal and
from open play.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough, but after that, didn't look like scoring again.
No,
it did not look like scoring again.
Ipswich. Oh, so hold on. Let me say something. I have to give you guys credit, because we tried to copy your corner routine.
Oh,
and yeah. Trent's crosses were atrocious. So credit to Arsenal's delivery for those corners, because we tried that back posting and we got nowhere near it. We got nowhere near the success. So yeah, where credit's due.
Was it imitation is the highest form of flattery or something like that?
Boy, you got to join them if you can't beat them sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah, I was thinking, is this what teams are going to start doing now? They're going to try our routine on us when it comes about. But yeah, that game of football was just not a lot happened really, to be honest with you. We scored a goal. Then after that, didn't really look like scoring another goal. Ipswich had some chance. There were times where Ipswich were playing some good football. I think Munster said it throughout the season before that they look like they're too good to go down. Or they're playing football that looks like it's too good to go down, but I think it is going to... I don't think they're good enough to stay up. And then really, it was like they got into some good positions, but then didn't cross the ball or went backwards. The crowd got into Amari Hutchinson's head and booed him at every opportunity. That was harsh, man. And he had an absolute stinker. Poor lad. But other than that, I don't know what I could really say about this game. It was 1-0. we got the result, and that was it. We move on.
Bro, you know what? I couldn't believe it. So towards the end of the game, I think it was the last 2 minutes. I think it was injury time. Ipswich had possession of the ball. They didn't even look like they wanted to try and score, bruv.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what is going on here? Literally, they were passing it sideways. I think they were in your final third, and somehow they ended it up with the ball back at their defenders. And then they played it square, and the referee blew the whistle for full time. I couldn't believe it, bruv.
That game could have been like the Everton game, where a team came out not to lose.
Yeah,
and
that was basically what they did.
And it was 1-0 down, and they said, "Okay, we're just going to take the 1-0.
We'll take that 1-0.
We'll take it. We could
help our goal difference." Yeah. Honestly, it's
embarrassing
so
football, bro. Their first half, Arsenal had 84% possession, and Ipswich had 16%. What?
Bruv, we had 84%.
They were just watching. Bruv.
We had 84% of the possession, did nothing with it.
Yeah, to be honest with you, Arsenal couldn't break them down.
No,
they defended well. They came out to stop you guys from winning the game. It didn't work because once you got a goal, their game plan was thrown out the window, and they didn't really know how to change the dynamics of the game. So it just it was a dead game. But Arsenal got their 3 points, and that's all they needed. This Christmas period, as you've seen from the results, is being very peak. So just getting a win is vital right now. So.
Yeah, I suppose my prediction of 3-0 last week was a bit ambitious, but I thought they were going to be there for the taking, and it just didn't happen. I don't know if it was.
I think they were there for the taking. It's just that you guys didn't have the cutting edge to kind of really take it to them. I think that's all it was. I feel like if they scored one though, Bev, I really do feel like you guys would have scored another. It's one of them. So I feel like at 1-0, you guys were just coasting, trying things. I think Rice had a couple. We had a sight.
Even the header, Gabriel's header. Like, how did he miss?
Oh yeah, absolute sitter, man.
That's meat and drink for Gabriel.
Yeah. Absolute sitter. I think it may have been a different game if Smodic had scored his chance that he had.
2
after 20 seconds.
That's where there was 2. There's one in the second half as well.
And he didn't shoot.
One in the second half. He didn't shoot. Like,
didn't shoot.
The goalkeeper's out of his goal. Just shoot, bro.
Yeah, you don't. Was it? You don't. If you can't shoot if your gun's on if the gun's on safety, you know what I mean. So, and that's what happened. They didn't take the gun off safety. They didn't even.
They didn't have a shot on target all game. The whole game, no shot on target.
They didn't try. They really didn't try. I can't see a team where they get to the byline and they could cross it and they just didn't. I don't know, man. If someone was going to talk about match fixing, I'd look into that game because that was awful. And from a neutral's point of view, yeah, you guys had to watch that. Feel sorry for you because it was bad.
I was tidying up and watching it. That was more fun. Helping the kids tidy up, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so we move on to our next game, which is not Bournemouth, Brentford. I always get them two mixed up. Brentford away.
Yeah, Wednesday. It's a long way,
Yeah.
boy. At least you got a nice bit of rest.
Yeah, we need it. We need some players back. We need. I don't know if if Sterling comes back for that game, but
No, he said it's Sterling's long term. I heard
Sterling's long term as well.
Yeah, it's a few weeks. It's a few weeks, Sterling.
We need the rest really because we're on bare bones, and I'm not sure that he's going to sign anyone in January, which personally would be a mistake. But yeah,
Well, who'd you sign in January, Bev?
who do we sign?
Yeah, not to say a specific person. What position are you looking for in January? Same striker.
Well, we need a winger and potentially a striker, but I don't think we'd get a striker. So I would.
Would you be happy if you guys triggered Osimhen's buyout clause? Because we all know he's got one. It's January. I don't think it's 100 million or anything like that.
Yeah, I would.
That Turkey move was a buyout clause.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy. I wouldn't be unhappy about that. I think they were talking about signing Kolo Muani. I'm not sure. I want him.
Yeah, they want him gone in it. Would you be happy for a loan, or would you want to sign him?
Maybe a loan. No, I don't think I wouldn't want to sign him. I don't really rate him all that much, to be honest with you. Yeah, and also, man, you want someone that's going to affect the game and change it and give us a new dimension.
He's got a big personality, though. I don't know if your dressing room can handle that. I don't know.
But he's not a wild child. He's not someone that's going to cause problems, though.
No, he's just got a very big personality, and I don't know if they've not. I don't think that group has had that yet. So it would be nice to see. Well, I say nice to see. It would be nice
taken out, bro. The got taken out.
This is my point. Maybe
I'll take a show that you can have a big personality as long as it shows on the pitch. You just can't. Yeah. You can't be there to just disrupt anything in the change room or anything like that. He's not going to have.
I don't think his personality will be an issue. I don't think his personality will be an issue.
He's not going to have anyone that's going to disrupt harmony in the change room, really. But yeah, and Osimhen wouldn't be someone I would be against signing. We need a goal. We need something different, really. We need someone that can affect the game and do something different. I'm not sure that in a long term, with Saka out for so long, I'm not sure how much you could have Martinelli and Trossard as the only two options on the wing. And then when you look at the bench, there's nobody to bring on to change things if things go wrong in the game.
Yeah, bare bones on the bench, really, innit?
Nothing. You've got defenders, so unless you're going to play Wanyeri as on the wing or out wide, but then who do you have cover for Odegaard? I don't know. He's got to do something in January. If he doesn't sign anyone in January, then he's basically just said we're going to try and win this league with nothing, which means that he's not trying to win the league as far as I'm concerned. If he doesn't, he has to kind of reinforce things with the team.
Okay, all right. So we move on to Wolves' fantastic win against Man United.
Bruv. It's not even half of it. Cunha show.
Can't out to Cunha, bro. He did everything that game, bro.
The guy can't put a foot wrong at the minute.
What position he can?
He can. Man's about to get a suspension, bro. Supposed to be a lengthy one.
True. What for?
For pulling the guys, the security.
Oh,
the security
right,
man's, glasses and elbowing him in the back of his head. He elbowed him in the back of his head first, though.
Yeah, I think there needs to be more context to that. Do you know what I mean? Like, there definitely needs to be more context to that. But yeah, should have been suspended before this game. That's what I think, personally, if they're going to impose it. But now this game has passed. Yeah, now this game has passed, bro. You know what I mean? I don't care what they do. Yeah, I don't know. It's just getting a bit embarrassing at the minute, watching United just kind of falling over themselves, really, not really creating much. Yeah, a game or two halves, not really. I think the talking points are we had a couple of shots on target. Dalot sighter from, I don't know, 30 yards out or something like that. Keeper made a great save. Nothing really noticeable from Højlund, really. And obviously Bruno getting sent off for arguably a very silly challenge. Was it yellow card worthy? I mean, yeah, but
Yeah, it was.
This is the thing, James. You see, like when you was talking earlier on about, you know, getting a yellow card for just doing a shoulder to shoulder, whatever the case may be. Like the game's getting a little bit soft. Like every time someone goes down barling out, the cards are going out, and it's just getting a little bit like it's getting pathetic, to be quite honest to you.
When it starts up.
No. It's kind of coming down.
He stamped down on him.
He's kind of stamping down on him. But
where I said about earlier about the other yellow cards, he had 3 attempts to foul Cunha in the first half, which got him the first yellow card.
Mm-hmm.
Like tries to clip him. You know, basically the red mist came in because he gets barred off the ball by a Wolves defender. Doesn't like it. Chases after Cunha. Tries to clip him. Doesn't work. Chases him again. Tries to clip him. Doesn't quite get him. Eventually gets him. They start shouting in the referee's face. So I know the yellow cards were.
It was coming. It was coming, innit?
But he's had 15 minutes to calm down.
Yeah,
you've had the half time, and you get sent off after 47 minutes.
Yeah, just after half time, he's just come out of the dressing room.
Challenge.
Yeah, it's true. And when we're struggling for midfielders that have legs,
yes,
you don't need him and Ugarte out now for the next game, and then obviously he's going to be out for probably 2 games maybe. But you don't need that, and we've got 3 big games coming up. Do you know what I mean? And the first one's going to be at the OT against Newcastle, and Newcastle are firing currently. You know, and they've got a very, very mobile midfield. So that's going to be a challenge, to say the least. I think, as it stands, even though I did say to exercise the patience, there's a lot of frustration because I'm looking at the team and even at the bench and thinking, wow, we've got no game changers. He's iced out, obviously, Rashford, because Rashford's come out in the media and made it clear that he wants to move. So although I understand why he's done that, I also kind of have it in my head, what's happening in the dressing room then? Because there'll be a lot of supporters for Rashford because of his talent and his ability and what he's done for the club. So the guys that are there now, how are they reacting to it? The fact that Rashford's been iced out, and not very well by the looks of things. Because
can we address the elephant in the room?
What's that?
The first goal you conceded.
God, what do you mean? From the corner?
From the corner, bro.
Why are we gonna? I'm just trying to talk about the game.
The manager said it was a foul.
Bruv, Maguire should have been marking someone other than someone else. But basically, the marking was woeful. Yeah, I don't think that person should have stood as a goal. But then I don't think the one that Tottenham scored against us should have been stood as a goal. Because
surprise.
2 in a week, you know.
The Man United fans it should have been a goal.
No. We deserve to lose that game. But I just don't believe that. No, I'm just saying that goal, I don't think it was deserved because the Wolves one was probably more.
Leon.
Okay, you know what? I'll agree. I get your point. The first one, he touched his arm. I get it. This one, no. Tottenham one.
This one was
Tottenham one's a bit, but this one, no. He's got no leg to stand on.
Stop. I just want to hear what Lamont had to say about it first. Because it looked like he was about to say something else.
No. What I was going to say, the first one against Tottenham, he's obviously got in the way of his glove and his arm, so he can't actually get to the ball. In this one here, this for me was just poor marking. No one's kind of trying to get the attackers away from the goalkeeper. So when he's coming out to obviously react and get the ball, he can't get to it, bruv. What do you expect him to do?
Where is he coming out to?
What do you mean?
The ball sailed over his head, bruv. Where's he going out to?
Bruv, he got stopped, bruv. He couldn't move his feet.
What did he get stopped by?
He got stopped by the man around him. There's about 3 men around him. 2 Wolves.
He got stopped by inertia, bro.
By the fact that guys were statues in the box because they weren't fouling him. He wasn't impeded. They just stood there and he just flapped around and then the ball went in, bruv. I'm telling you,
I think it's more
Lamont.
It's poor marking more than anything.
Bro, I know what you're saying. I understand about the marking. I get it. But come on, bro. Look at the trajectory of the ball. You cannot tell me that
Bro,
The
you lot
keeper
are
is
just
not at
gonna
fault
make.
here, bro.
I'm in tears over here, but my team are just dead.
The coldest
I'm a
thing
shell
about
of a
it.
man.
He hit the post in the first half from a corner as well.
Yeah,
Bro.
Yeah, and you lot didn't
Yeah.
learn from that.
The thing,
that was
the
near
thing
post.
about,
This
I
time
was
we
never
went
to
far
the
post.
post.
in the post match, do you know what's funny? And even worse, in the post match, Ruben had the audacity to say, maybe we need to practice corners in training. I'm like, bro, are you all right? We needed to do that 4 or 5 games ago, my guy. Trust me.
Sorry, do you know what the
It's
other
not going to
thing?
change. Go on.
The other thing is right. What formation did Wolves play?
I'm not too sure, really. I wasn't really
Didn't
watching
didn't
it for much.
didn't
They might have played the same as us. But to be fair, they play that formation and they've got the personnel to play it. To be
But-
quite honest, they do. They
Bruv,
have.
True.
They have.
They've
And I
played
think
it
I
back to
said
you
this
many
off camera.
times.
I think I said this to you before, James. Like the Wolves team, they're built to play this formation with the players they have, and they have a lot more mobility than we do. We don't really have the personnel now. So again, I don't know if it was you, Bev, or James last week when you was asking about contingency plans. Plan B, does he change the way he's playing?
Mm.
And I was talking to you about, losing the dressing room because he's come in with this philosophy and kind of like he stood in the ground and whatever else. Bro, you need to have a plan B. Like, I get it. You want to play this formation, but you also need to look at the ability of the team that you've got. And we haven't got all the pieces needed to play like this. So it'll be telling, because in the next 3 games, he keeps on saying it's going to get worse. And I feel like if he doesn't change the way he approaches these games, it could get worse.
how long
could
do you
get
reckon
worse.
it will be before fans start turning on him? I know he's just come there, but in terms of him being so stubborn and not getting results,
It's hard to say, bruv. It's hard to say because, to be honest with you, where he's come in, he didn't even come in the middle of the season. He just came during the start of the season. So he didn't actually get time to prepare like all the other managers have had, yeah? I say all the other managers. I know Southampton and Wolves
This guy
have
just come in and won 2 out of 2, bro.
No. Listen, I was going with.
Sorry, my bad.
But what I would say is, they're not like the managers that are coming in. They're not actually changing the way the teams are playing per se. Like the personnel that Wolves played against us yesterday is the same that they've been playing with. It's just he's got them playing with a better intensity, I guess, and more. I don't know, more
They got
ideas.
new manager Vim right now.
Yeah,
got
and
that
there's
new
probably a
manager.
lot of that as well. They've got a lot more freedom in that sense. But yeah, I think our scenario at the minute is he's coming in, he's trying to reinvent the wheel, and I think that's where we're coming unstuck a little bit. So to answer your question, Bev, I'd say at the end of the January window, whether United are involved or not, I feel like people will start wobbling, whether or not it's, I say whether or not, if it's not starting to pick up speed with like the performances and being positive and stuff, I think the fans will start turning on him. They're booing now, and they have been booing for the last couple of games at the end and even at half time at times. They're not happy with the quality out there.
but I don't. You think that at the moment they're directing that towards the players, not necessarily the manager? I don't know.
They will though.
Yeah,
They will,
well,
though.
in the first instance, they will, because obviously the players have been there before he came. So, yeah. But the idea is his idea. So if he can't get them to switch on to his idea, then they're going to turn on the manager eventually, bro. But to be honest with you, with the last, 5, 6, 7 managers that we've had, we keep on looking at the manager, say it's your fault, it's your fault, it's your fault. And the spotlight's not really been put on the players, and I feel like the players need to be held accountable. And I feel like Rashford may be one to fall first.
Your
in
biggest
terms of
problem is what you've been saying. Cunha had more goals than your whole starting lineup had. That's Cunha sitting in 17th or 8th or 16th in the league.
Yep.
I mean, Strand Larson
Thanks
had
for pointing that out, James.
2.
Thanks.
Yep, Strand Larson has 2 less goals than your whole starting lineup that game. So if you can't score goals, you guys are finished. So I don't know. He looks like he's trying to sort out your defense at the moment, but he's got to find a way. I don't know. Even if it is just squashing this nonsense with Rashford, if you're not going to loan him, because if he's going to be there for the rest of the season, then you can't. I don't think you can do another Sancho.
No.
I don't think you can have him just sitting around doing nothing for 6 months. you got obviously Sancho wasn't 6 months. Sancho was probably like 3.
Funny
But
enough, yeah, I think like Sancho would probably suit the 10
he would.
role
Yeah, he would.
more than Rashford does. I don't think what we're trying to do now this suits Rashford. To be honest with you,
But he's a
and I
better
feel like
scorer than Højlund though.
he is, but Rashford he doesn't have the ability to hold the ball in like what
He's
the stuff that Højlund's been doing in the last few games. Yeah, as a
Mm.
target man, Rashford can't do. Rashford likes the
True.
ball in behind.
That's
He
fair.
likes to play where he's got a lot of space, and that is not the way that Amarin really looks like he wants to play. Do you get what I'm saying? Højlund needs to hold the ball and bring the 10s into play and even the wing backs. Rashford ain't doing that. He's not doing that. So I feel like Rashford already knows that. That's why he came out and said something before people start saying he's garbage, and then he loses his price tag, or the people that want to buy him. But yeah, I don't know, man. Let's 3 games, bruv. I already got my prediction in my head, so I'll wait for that slot. But yeah, it's not looking great for the next couple of games, that's for sure. Especially with the lack of midfield and mobility in the midfield, man.
I don't think your midfield 2 is for Kobe. He might have to go a bit further as one of the 10s because this isn't him. A 2 midfield ain't working, or he's a casualty in this team.
Yeah.
Him and Ugarte just doesn't work. You're better off dropping Bruno further back into midfield, even though,
You can't though, Bev.
bro,
I know what you're saying, but
who else is going to play there? Because Casemiro has not got legs, and that reminds me, your substitutions yesterday were atrocious. You bring on Casemiro and Ericsson to play in midfield. You're going to get run over. You're going to get. That's going to sounds like a.
But who was the other? We never really had no other choices, but we had Collier in there, and that's pretty much it for midfield. There was nothing else, no one else in midfield that we could bring on to kind of change. Because you got to remember, our hub is the midfield. So the moment they drop their intensity, we don't have the ball anymore, and we don't create opportunities anymore.
When you did, you was giving the ball away anyway. Kobe was giving the ball away too much.
Yeah, and I feel like Kobe needs a rest though. He's just come back from injury and he didn't get that much time to rest. So I think that's his main issue at the minute. But overall, I mean, you're not wrong there. I don't think Mainu and Ugarte are working right now, but maybe it's a work in progress. 2-0. Let's go again next week. Dust yourself off, boys.
Okay. We'll move on to Forest winning 1-0 against Spurs. A result that obviously Leon isn't surprised about.
Not at all. Not at all. Fair play to Forest. They've done what they've done all season. They've been very good defensively. Their 2 centre-backs, Milenkovic and Murillo, have been outstanding.
Mm-hmm.
Solanke didn't get a sniff. Absolute nothing. Attacking-wise. In terms of, I guess, the flow of the game, Forest let us have the ball and looked to play on a counter, and that's exactly how they scored. As per usual, Tottenham getting caught in transition, not having enough players running back and chasing back in with enough effort, because the way that Alanga manages to get in to score, Udogie again has been found wanting, and not for the first time this season. The goals come from his side of the pitch. Great finish by Alanga. I mean, he's hit a little bit of form at the moment, and he claims that he's one of the fastest in the Prem. So in terms of pace, I can understand why he's managed to get in, but at the same time, it's how that build up of play goes, and the fact that Morgan Gibbs-White has so much time to play a through ball. It is a good through ball, but again, just defensively, Tottenham just really don't know what they're doing, and I don't know whether Ange is being stubborn or whether his communication with the press is just because they keep going with the same narrative that Tottenham only seem to play one way and there's no sort of plan B. I can't figure out as a manager how he wouldn't have a plan B. It doesn't even make sense. And I understand the same point that Lamont is making with Amarim in terms of sticking to what he considers his philosophy, his formation. With Ange, considering the number of injuries that we have, I find it unfathomable that we would not protect our back line the way that we need to, considering that we've got an 18-year-old who is not a centre back playing at centre back, and a third choice defensive player who is still kind of getting adjusted to the Prem, doesn't have a lot of pace, and we've brought in Spence, who hasn't played a lot of games for us in general, but has looked good in the last few games. I find it unfathomable that we do not have protection in from our midfielders. Like, we've got Sarr and we had Bentancur in there, and it seems like everything is just focused on moving forward, but there's never seemed to be a thought of ensuring that there is players in the right positions when we lose the ball, because it's inevitable that we will lose the ball. And it's inevitable that any side will lose the ball. Man City lose the ball, Arsenal lose the ball, but we aren't even on that level. So for us to not have a plan to deal with transitions, I don't get it. So we've lost the game 1-0. It's another typical Tottenham loss. The fact that we only conceded one goal is, probably because Forest knew that they just needed to get one goal and just chill, because we weren't going to break them down. And this is nine losses in the league. I think only 2 teams have lost more games this season. Only 2 teams in the league have lost more games than us in this season. I think it's ridiculous. And considering that we're going through this transitional period, forget the injuries, forget all of the excuses you can come out with, for us to be sitting 12th in the league and be thinking about entertainment, like, we need to get results right now. And I understand that there's certain people that want us to play the Tottenham way, but right now the Tottenham way is losing.
The thing about it is, yeah, Leon, I feel for you, bruv, because you guys are not getting the results in some cases that arguably you deserve, yeah? You might argue opposite because of you support Spurs and you're just like, nah, forget that. But I'm saying, honestly, when you look at some of the games and how you guys have played, I do believe that even in some of the ones that you've lost, you probably deserve more out of them. At the minute, you've got plus 13 goal difference, yeah? So you guys are getting goals. You're just not secure enough at the back. And and as a manager, when you look at that stat, just that alone, you know where the problem is. So obviously you just need to work your tactics around that. And obviously when you're getting injuries and so on and so forth, you'd like to think that they would be having this conversation as one of the pivotal parts that, we need to make sure that we're focusing on the defense first. Who can we get back to fitness? You know what I mean? Not having the likes of Gray deputizing, probably second or third string down the line, fourth string even maybe, playing centre back. And he doesn't look comfortable there, bruv. When he's playing against people that are physical like Wood and all these other guys, bruv.
Why would he feel comfortable, bro? Them guys are units, absolute units. This guy's 18. He ain't even grown into his body fully yet. And he's playing against seasoned professionals that are used to putting an elbow in there, digging in the ribs, like, just making sure that they're a nuisance. Like, he's not built for this. And just to follow on from what you're saying about being unlucky, Lamont, like, as much as you say, yes, we've been unlucky in terms of, have we taken our chances in certain games? No. But me and Darryl have been saying all season, there's times where we create chances and we don't finish them. And when we don't finish them, we always pay the price. When we get games where we play against Man United, we play against Man City, and we can win 3-0 or 4-0, that's because we've taken our chances. But we're playing teams and some of the decision making in the final third has been so poor. But what ends up happening is that someone or a collection of individuals will do some foolishness. So therefore, you reap what you sow. For me, it's deserved, because it's the stupidity that's caused us to lose these games, and it's people not doing their jobs. Like, the first thing you need to do as a defender is learn how to defend. Make sure you do everything you can to stop the opposition from getting a shot on goal. And that's what not been happening. I keep tapping on the desk because I'm vexed. But it's just like, it's same old. Like, we've tried, like, this run that we're on right now this was this kind of form, and it wasn't even as bad as this. Like, Pochettino got sacked, and he only had just got us to the Champions League final. And part of the reason we lost that is because we played an injured player up front, and the chairman wanted to give out watches, but when they hadn't even played the game yet. So to me, like, what is the difference between Pochettino in 2019 and now, where we're supposed to be going through this transition? We should have been doing a transition period then, and now we've tried out getting seasoned managers who win things. That didn't work. We've gone back to Ange, who, to me, I don't know. Right now, I don't think we should sack him, because I just think we're going back to square one again, and we need to just stick with him, because we've chosen this route, and I don't think he's going to get us to the point where we're going to be in relegation trouble. But I just feel like right now we have to just ride this period out, because there isn't really nowhere else to go. Like, we've tried everything else, and unless we back the manager, he keeps saying that we're looking at reinforcements in January. That's good to hear, but now you've just told everyone that you're looking at players. So now what's going to happen? The price goes up, just like any
loans
market
though.
there is.
You guys do good loans. I think you can't make the mistake we made. The mistake we made when we lost all our centre backs. We paid midfielders in there.
But that's what we're doing. We're going to do. Basuma's going to be in training at centre back.
I think you need to stop that, because as soon as we went to, okay, you know what? Let's put some kids. We put an 18-year-old Reece Williams, and we put a 21-year-old. I forget his name now. Nat Phillips, and it allowed us. They're centre backs. They know what to do. They may not be fantastic, but they're natural centre backs. Put them in there, and then your midfielders do their job properly.
Thank you. This is what I'm saying.
As soon as we did that, we shot the table, and we ended up finishing third. We had that conversation the other day. We ended up finishing third because they weren't great centre backs, but they were natural centre backs.
But at the same time,
just play Dorrington. Give Dorrington, bring back the other guy, the other centre back.
Thank you. The Ashley Phillips.
Bring them back and play them.
I don't get it. Not only that, James, you guys had midfielders that knew how to do their job at protecting the defence. Our midfielders are on some jolt here, because they don't
attack.
Because as much as
Basuma, but give Basuma some credit though. He does try, bruv. But I hear what you're saying. When the going gets tough, he wants to go forward. But he does protect. All right, Leon, I'll stop.
No, it's Leon, bro.
Leon, look at me, blood. Stop. You're gonna get me mad.
That look. I think though, if they know that there's kids behind them, playing in defence, then they may, like Bentancur and Basuma, may be more.
James,
like you say, okay, you know what? Maybe, but we haven't seen it though. The reason I say it, because you haven't seen it. Obviously, you've had senior centre backs there, and you've had.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
You've had.
I don't think,
James, it's situational. It's situational. We know when you're playing a game of football, like you guys have all played football. You know, you can read the situation. It's almost like these guys don't have no concept, no brain cells, no IQ. That during the game, you see how the flow of the game is moving. If we are looking like we're under pressure, sit and protect for a minute and get some control of the ball again. Don't just get the ball and start bombing again, because that's all we're doing is inviting more chaos. Like, we don't want. Do we want to have entertaining football? Yes, but I guarantee you that no Tottenham fan wants a heart attack, and that's what we're having every game, because all it is just bombing, and then you just like, the guys are going to lose the ball, and we've got no one covering, and it's just like, James, what you're saying makes so much sense, but what our players do doesn't make any sense.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm looking at injuries, and it says Davies out for a few days. So it might be a case where Davies comes back in, but he'll probably end up playing with Basuma or what's his name? The youngster.
Gray.
Yeah, his name,
well, is Dragonson out now?
Yeah,
Dragon's got injured.
Ankle injury, bro.
Is it?
It might be a case. It might be a case where he plays.
Central defender is out.
Bro. Done.
No, he's out. He's out.
Okay, so for me, like I said, I would if Davies comes back, I would say put Davies, put Dorrington, just play those two. But obviously, it's not. We know it's not going to happen. But we move. Final brief talk. Man City still in the mud. I watched the game, and the game turned on three instances for me. They go 1-0 up. Okay, they're cruising. They're Bernardo Silva. It reminded me of the Liverpool versus Tottenham game, where Szoboszlai got a through ball, he controls it and he slots it. For some reason, Bernardo Silva gets a ball and tries to outside her foot curl it into the top corner when he has so much time just to control it and slot it. Game's
Bro.
2-0, and it's like, okay, cool. Everton aren't recovering from that. In Dyer's goal, fantastic finish.
Bro,
why are you
like,
trying to
it was
finesse that?
must-
Why are
I
you
don't know.
trying to?
quality.
Why are you trying to finesse that? Just hit it with your
I don't know,
instep, brother. Take a touch with the left.
Take a touch and
and
pass
caress
it.
it with the right, brother. Like I was looking at it, I was like, goal.
You know what's funny?
What are you doing?
The fact that you said caress it, makes me laugh. You said caress it.
Oh, well, I've been known to strum 1 or 2 from that range, but not quite correct.
You're a centre back. It's understandable.
Yeah,
But
yeah, it's
that goal from Dyer. Hi,
Yeah.
bro. The touch, the finish.
touch and the finish was delightful. As soon as it left his foot, you knew it was going in, bro.
You knew it was happening.
Wow.
And then the third one was Haaland. Like, he just didn't look confident going up to that penalty.
Nah, I knew he was gonna miss.
And I'm one of the few clowns that still has Haaland in his fantasy team. And I thought, you know what? It's actually going to work out in my favour because everyone's taking him out. And he's going to score today. He's going to score his penalty. Then I saw his face. I was like, he's not going to score. He's not going to score. And then he missed it. And I was like, damn, man.
Has his price?
He's out now.
Has his price plummeted?
No.
No.
Bro, his
It
price
will
has
now.
not moved. It's 15, it's 15 mil still, bro.
Yeah, it will now.
Wow.
I think he got taken out this week. So he will now. He lost.
Imagine he hasn't scored for how many games now, and he's still second.
Question: when was the last time we scored a Premier League goal? Who knows the answer?
Wait.
Did he score?
Don't look up. Don't cheat.
No,
Don't
I'm not going to cheat.
No.
I'm not gonna cheat.
Did
When
he
was the
score?
last time he scored a Premier League goal?
Did he score against Forest?
Didn't he? No, and he scored against Palace, innit?
Is that a Palace or Forest?
I don't think he scored against Palace, did he?
Did he not?
I heard, unless they're wrong, at the Etihad, sorry. Last Premier League goal at the Etihad.
At the Etihad.
At the Etihad.
Wasn't it against Arsenal?
September.
Yeah, wasn't that when they play Arsenal?
Yeah, bro. Last Premier League goal at Etihad was September. That's what they said in commentary. Because I was thinking, no, he hasn't. And you guys were right. He scored against Forest. He scored a header. I remember he scored a header. That's
Yeah, but that Forest game was at home.
Yeah.
It can't be September.
That was away. I swear it was
No, they
away.
played Forest at home.
Okay, let me double check. Maybe the commentators got me moving mad, bro.
Yeah, maybe.
Because
That was a home game, bro.
I was going mad.
They said September. They said when I was watching the game, they said his last home goal was September. And I was like, wow.
No, he scored against Forest. Maybe open play. Maybe that was a pen as well.
Okay.
I don't know, but I'm sure if you're saying that he scored against Forest, that was a home game, 100%. That wasn't away.
Okay. But it's crazy. He's just not getting goals right now either. And I thought that was going to be a little pick me up. Scores that goal and he can go on a little run. Don't want him to, obviously.
James, he's not getting that many chances, bro.
He's not getting it.
Really ain't.
Kevin De Bruyne is still getting brought off the bench. Not sure why.
He's not getting that many chances, and
He's not
Bruyne's
fit, bro.
getting 15, 20 minutes, bro.
When
He's
came on,
lucky.
He looked a bit off it as well.
He's broken.
Mate,
I think De Bruyne is broken.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with his body. Because they're not giving him minutes, bro. He's on the bench and he's just sitting on the bench sometimes, coming like 8 minutes ago, stuff like that.
Yeah, crazy.
He's going at Sab, man.
Crazy. You think so?
Well, yeah. Look at it. He
You
doesn't.
don't want to see a Premier League great. Like,
What's mad is that he always got a injury every season. It was like Kane had the same thing. He had one injury that would keep him out for weeks every season. But
his ankle.
Yeah, it was always the
ankle.
ankle. It was always the ankle. But yeah, don't know, man. It's sad for De Bruyne, but man, he had a good run. He had a good run. It ain't like he has some short-lived.
Yeah, it's almost 10 years there now, isn't it? I think. All right. Am I wrong?
Yeah, something like that. Close to. I think it's maybe 8, 9. But yeah.
Credit to Everton because,
mate, right now
maybe we're lucky that
they're just taking points off the big boys right now.
Yeah, boy.
That's Arsenal, Chelsea.
They've done us a favour.
City.
That's a massive favour.
Yeah, bruv. They have.
Some of us know how to beat Everton.
Hey, you can't beat Wolves though.
Sit up. We need to see the chest, bruv. We need to see the chest.
That's all I got. That's all, folks. That's all I got, bro. That was, mate. I couldn't help myself. Mate.
I think it's beyond the crisis now, boy. I don't know if they've got so much money. I know they recorded record profits, so they've got enough to buy players.
It's the biggest
But
mistake they've
it's-
made, which is the irony of it is they didn't spend enough. They didn't spend money on replacing what they lost, and that's
one of
reason.
the biggest. The other biggest is Bernardo Silva wanted to leave. He was dying. Like, he was right. His race is more or less run, and they begged him to stay. And they lost Cole Palmer because they begged him to stay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's be real. They lost Cole Palmer because they begged him to stay. They lost Lavia. Lavia could have been played. Yes, he's had a lot of injuries, and I do like to say, if he was at Man City, he may not have had the same injuries we're seeing now, because you never know.
It's one of
That whole
them.
butterfly
Yeah, it's one
effect,
of
innit?
them. But I feel like
But-
obviously having Rodri, Lavia, and Kovacic.
Yeah, it made sense at the time to let him go.
It would have been too much.
But at the
man,
same
to me.
time, what have you got the academy for, bro? Just harvesting youths to be going to someone else to destroy you. Don't make no sense.
Crazy.
Don't
And
make no sense.
obviously the Douglas Luiz, they could have brought him back this summer, and he would have played. He would have.
They're gonna do.
And they had the money to bring him
in
back.
Jan. They're gonna do business in Jan. There's no doubt about it. They're
But it's
gonna do
late
some
though,
business
because
in Jan,
to fit into Guardiola's system, it's not plug and play.
bro.
It's never been plug and play for anyone.
He
Really,
hasn't
maybe that's-
got
but
a
maybe-
choice.
Yeah, they ain't got a choice. But maybe that's the reason why those guys never got picked, because Guardiola didn't think that they were right for his system. So he went and
Maybe.
brought Nunez, who looks even less suited to his system. But
Yeah, for real.
everyone makes mistakes, even the best.
Yeah, but that's been it for.
No one's
the
crying a river
reviews.
for them. Let's be real.
Any predictions? Yeah, predictions.
Yeah.
We'll move on to predictions. As we normally start with Lamont. So
Yeah, start with me, bro. 3-0.
Which way?
3-0 Newcastle, yeah.
Yep, Newcastle.
You're at
3-0.
home, bruv.
Bro, did you hear what I said?
Bruv,
Did you hear what I said?
Man
Did my
U
feed,
are not
did my
winning.
feed cut out? Did my feed cut out?
I just need to double check, bruv.
3-0 Newcastle.
Wow.
3-0, bro. It's happened to us before.
He's had to get double.
Listen,
I feel like
Listen.
I feel like Lamont is doing this to
Reverse psychology.
Yeah, he's trying to reverse the thing. He's like, I'm gonna show you guys I don't believe in you, so you can prove me wrong, which is what I tried and it didn't work.
Bruv, like I said 2 weeks ago, yeah, them man there, when they're doing their press conference, yeah, they're looking at this pod and they can hear me and see me, bruv. They saw me with the tissue and the Kleenex today. They're gonna make it right, but that might not be enough. That might not be enough. So
It's
I
not
honestly
gonna be
do
enough.
feel. I honestly do feel. My heart wants us to score a goal, but I'm just not convinced at the minute. So I'm gonna go 3-0 Newcastle. I thought it doesn't make me 3-0 Newcastle. Anyway, next.
Okay, Bevan.
1-0.
Huh?
Bro.
Who have you got again?
Brentford away.
Brentford are just one of them teams, innit? When they're at
Bro.
home. Oh, no, what's their home form like this season, though?
They
It's
were-
not that
they-
good.
They had the
It's
best home
fantastic.
record
It's
until
good.
last week. I think they lost
Yeah.
at home for the
Fair.
first time.
That's fair,
They
then.
did.
That's fair, Beth.
Yeah, I just after watching today's game and the lack of creativity and stuff like that, I don't know, man. And Brentford are good at home. We just didn't look. I don't know. We didn't look convincing, really. So I'm not really. I don't know. It hurts me
You
to
got a nice
say.
little break though. To be fair,
We
almost
have.
a week to prepare.
We have. Hopefully, I could be wrong. I don't want it to. I want to smash them, but
Hopefully not. Leon.
I'm gonna go out on a limb. 2-1 Spurs.
Go on, Batman.
yes.
2-1 Spurs. And you're
What are you saying?
playing-
Wolves.
You play Wolves. Okay. Well, we're away to West Ham. 3-1.
Liverpool, yeah?
You're going to the game, innit?
Yeah, 3-1. Yeah, I'm at the game.
Jeez.
Hey.
You've been a bad omen for West Ham this season. So
Yeah,
swear.
they've got battered every single time.
Let's-
I've been there.
Let's hope-
You're
let's hope
making
that-
sure you got a ticket for that game, innit?
Let's hope that stops this week.
Yeah, bro.
You didn't post match outside?
Nah, I'm not that brave, bro. If we hammer them,
West Ham fans, bro.
hammer them.
And he's black as well. Yeah.
if we hammer them, I'm not that brave.
Yo.
That is not the
Yeah.
complexion for the protection. Where
To be fair, it's too busy. When I've been leaving, there's no way really that I see that you can do it as an away fan. As a home fan, yeah, quite calm. But I haven't seen it, so no. Yeah, hopefully 3-1. I want a 3-0 because this conceding goals nonsense But Bowen always scores against us. Bowen always gets a goal out of nothing against us. So yeah. Okay. That's a wrap for this week. Thanks for watching, guys. Want to wish you a Merry Christmas again and season's greetings. Hope you've enjoyed the show. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves and enjoy the upcoming football Saturday. It's weird not to have football on a Saturday, so there's no football Saturday. We roll
I
on
think
to
we're going to
Sunday.
see them. We're going to see everyone in the new year, right? So it's Happy New Year as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. No. Yeah. Happy New Year.
Because Arsenal's game's on Wednesday, isn't it? So
Yeah, Wednesday. Yeah.
we
So
don't get something
Happy
before
New
that.
Year to all you guys and girls, and enjoy. All right. Take it easy, guys. Peace out.
Easy.
See ya.
Peace.